mean, unless I have like Harbinger or Snapcaster up or Fire Ice or Force Spike or Miscalculation or Factor Fiction. Everything else is going to be put onto the board. That's true. I never said we had to use the buyback on the Forbid. It's still a fine 3-mana hard counterspell. I think you guys are really underestimating Forbid's potential. Like, because we don't have to keep making land drops once you hit the 5, and then those all just turn into... Let's... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we really do a 9-8 split here? Might work. Stagger Thrasher back in, cut the Tomato and Forbid. Forbid is a medium, Bonfire is a great mid to late game card. You like Tomato in the main? Why do you guys want to cut Forbid? This card can be nuts in this format. Like, just a recurring counterspell can just end certain matchups. Like, if you're up against a ramp deck, you're just like, okay, that's nice. Counter. Counter. Like, earlier when I was playing against one, the mistake was that I played the Ashiok. I'm remembering that match where we had the Forbid and had stuff to pitch. I should have just literally spent the rest of the game going Forbid. 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 Because we had the card draw engine, too. Didn't we have the Phyrexian... yeah, I mean, we should have just... half and half. Well, I like Bonfire when we know it's sweet. Like, some of these cards over here, like, I like them when we know they're sweet. These sideboard cards. You're more than 50 on the, Forbid? I'm just saying, like, that match that we lost where we decided to tap out and play our Planeswalker instead of just holding up a Stagger Shock out, of course, is another consideration. Alright, submitting. Relax, Snap, I'm going to. Deck received. Let's do it. I know it always freaks you guys out because it says it in the bottom right corner of my computer. You guys can't see that. But I did submit. Pedix says, Baffle, you don't want to run Looter? Good luck. Have fun. Yeah, it might be wrong to not run the Looter. Turn 1 Force Spike, turn 2 Remand, turn 3 Kira. This isn't ideally what we were hoping for. But, I mean, if you're going to see Force Spike at all, this is where you want to see it. When you can just get people with it. You know, people are going to curve out. They're going to try to. Blue-Red Fun Police, I guess. It was trying to be tempo, but this hand doesn't have one of our earlier threats. It has just a Kira. But it's a pretty disruptive hand, at least in the early phases. I think this Remand will definitely grow this hand into something more feasible. It's got all the colors it needs. The deck is a single red, double blue deck, so, and we're on the play. Yeah, I think it's good too. Let's just make sure we spike the right card. Like, if he goes Mana Dork, do you just snap off the Force Spike? Here's a rule of thumb, like is it always correct to just auto snap off the Force Spike, the first spell that you can get with it, you know? Like, it's not always correct to just jam off the first thing you see. Like, you know, how important is this Seal of Fire in the grand spectrum of things? Maybe not that important, but we'll see. you can cast it next turn. Good day. Rishadenport. Is that better than Kira? Hold up. Hang on a second. Is porting my opponent better than slamming Kira here? Because we just do the fire ice to kill what it is he's trying to deploy. I think we go for this. It's not a mirror match. He's burned. I went island, island. He went mountain, mountain. We're different decks for sure. Well, we're pretty punished if he still has the land drop for the Chainwalker. The Undying, or I don't even remember what the Rakdos mechanic is. Just port him. I think you port here. Right, port does have the upside of him not having land number 3. Let's do it. Alright, so we're gonna upkeep port. Yeah, thank you. Unleash is the mechanic I couldn't remember. Thank you. Tuesday says just Kira. No, I'm really glad I went with port. Like, that was sweet. He doesn't have the second mana. That's huge. We can go Abbot. Abbot, even if we're not casting the spell off Abbot, because I just want to get a threat on the board and then still port him. So let's get the Abbot going. Yeah, I think we port every turn for the rest of eternity. Unfortunately, can't cast the Master. That was an unfortunate thing to rip off the Abbot. Oh well. Oh geez, I didn't. I missed my my chance to port. Whoa, he didn't punish us for it though. Whew. I accidentally clicked through my upkeep. That could have been really bad. Why didn't he just play his dude? Port Ice was aligned as well. It could have worked, Rufus. Cast Ice and port. Yes, was also an option. That was his chance to like break out of the port. I don't know why he didn't just slam his dude. He should have totally punished us for a misplay, right? Okay, so we can play Kira. And still have port. Thinking about it. What would that look like? Something like this? Preordained swing port. Kira port now. Oh, port then Kira. That was also another line. I will not forget again. That could have cost us a lot of beautiful, beautiful tempo. Alright, he's done. He's had enough. If this keeps going as well as that just went, we might be playing another round of Cube after this, because we're going to get our 100 points back or more. Playing Abbot when you're committed to port seems like a waste of value, says Rufus. Well, we just needed the threat. Alright. And you doubted the Rishaden port. Yeah, port was gross. Alright, so what do we board in this matchup? Bonfire? Stagger shot. Cut for bid. Okay. Abbot is very often just a 2-mana prowess. Right, it's when you draw the Abbot late game that you really want to... Like, okay, think about it from this perspective. Do you realize how much mana we would have to pull off that Master Wave? 6. We would have had to have 6 mana to pull off whatever the Abbot exiled there. That's going to happen in the late game, so in the late game, Abbot is gassed because of that potential to do that from time to time. But yeah, you want to just slam him as a 2-1 prowess. Yeah. Yeah, Tomato is very bad. Do you still want Thundermaw? Or do we want the looter? Oh, he has the Koth, by the way. Do we want the Revoker to preemptively fight the Koth? There's just... If there's anybody at the table that took that Koth of the Hammer, it's our opponent. We also saw a target for this, right? We saw... if we're surmising that... If we're estimating that he has the Koth, we also saw a Crow Scroll. We did actually see a legitimate target for this Revoker. We did actually see a target for Mr. Revoker. Over the Thunder? Okay. What about something like this? Yeah, Curse Scroll. Right. Seal, Curse Scroll, and we saw 2 targets, right. Seal and Curse Scroll. Thank you, Smelly Jim. And probably Koth. Orb out. Winter Orb out. Okay. Does that mean Ral is also bad? Do we want the Ratchet Bomb? It looks like he was trying to make tokens. I bet he got all the token generators. Do we want Ratchet Bomb? Orb out, Hellkite back in. I could almost justify Bomb. Yeah, I think the Ratchet Bomb might be fine. Isn't he going to go wide with tokens? Overmaster says run the Hellkite. I'm going to go with Ratchet Bomb, man. Call me crazy. Can't we also accelerate the Ratchet Bomb with a Ral if we need to? Yeah, I might have been wrong, Overmaster. We'll see, friend. To cut Hellkite. We'll see. We will learn our lesson the hard way. This will be worlds apart since he's on the play. I still think this hand's alright. Turn 2 Remand into Kira into Fact or Fiction. Is this doing enough in this match? He's on the play. Kept 7. Like, what 6 would we be looking for as opposed to this playable hand? Like, what are we hoping for instead in a 6? Land. So we're looking for blue, red, some combination of that colors, right? And then we're also looking for our sideboarded what? We brought in a Stagger Shock and a Phyrexian. I think we just keep this and just hope it's borderline. I think we just play it. We're on the draw. It sucks that our second blue source is Pain, but at least we have one stable source. I mean, him not having turn 1 dude is huge. Although we did take several of the best... Can I just facepalm for a moment here? We have plenty of time on the clock. I'd like to take a moment to... take a moment to rest in pieces there. Yep, that was it. That was exactly when we wanted to draw that. that was it. That was when that we wanted. That was yep. And this is why I hate Bonfire. You aren't wrong. Alright, so let's just hold up the Remand. He's yet to play a spell, my opponent. Rufus says reveal it. I'm not going to reveal it. Yeah, it's not on my reveal. I'm not going to reveal the Bonfire. No. Alright, it's a Phoenix. This isn't a great play necessarily, because he'll just recast it and has haste. But I draw to a Forge Bolt. Alright, so you just slam Kira here, right? It's the 3-mana play. Makes sense to me. Ow. Although I don't really want to pain myself much at all, but... Yowza. Still gonna be good at 1 to 3 damage. We hope so, Dixon. For your sake. Just kidding. Alright, Koth. Thunderbreak. Okay. I can Harbinger that. Do you just Harbinger it now for the tempo play? Oh, nice. We got another blue source that doesn't paint us. That's fantastic. So, do you just Harbinger this and get in with Kira? And then maybe next turn you Abbott into something sweet? I don't know. Could also just Insta Fact or Fiction. We took out Tamio, though. Tamio's a great answer for the Thunderbreak.